good day, open hearts, and thank you for being here at Ixchel Energy. I'm coming today to speak about fear of the unknown, and just a little bit, not because, first of all, I am under time limit with this YouTube that I still can't figure out why. I cannot upload very more than 15 minutes. But anyway, this is quick, just one little tip. When you feel afraid of the unknown, because the situations out there, people don't know if their jobs are going to be available or when they're going to go back to work the regular hours, or if they going to go back to regular hours, if their kids are going to be okay going to daycare, any of these things. You already know that nothing can make us suffer as much as our own thoughts. So that's where everything begins, okay? The moment you feel an emotion, you know there was a thought before that. So if you're feeling a little afraid or anxious, you have to go back a little bit and think, what was I, what thought is creating this? But if you don't want to do that, something very quick is to be friends with yourself, okay? The way you handle friendships, or the way you handle, because I know you are a good human being, a good, kind-hearted human being, and you would give a smile to a stranger, you will help somebody in the street, you will take care of a child, put the child on your lap and comfort. That exact way is the way you have to be friends with yourself. And you can talk to yourself the way you would talk to your best friend if your friend came over with the same situation. When your friend comes over, and I don't know, but I don't want a friend to tell me, oh, things could be worse, or oh my God, wait till I tell you what happened to me, it's even worse, no, I don't want to hear that. Or they say, oh, my poor little thing, and feeling like a victim. None of that. A friend allows you space to feel the way you're feeling and comforts you, and at the same time reminds you how strong you are. Sometimes a friend will tell you, yeah, but remember that time that you had almost the same situation, how you came out of it, okay, how you handle it well, how you recuperated. That's a friend. So you want to be that to yourself. You can call a friend. But if you are afraid, and I feel like this is so important, you have to cultivate being your best friend. And instead of those terrible thoughts that if we could hear out loud the things that we think about ourselves, most of the time we'll not be able to get out of our house. I guess it's just some people think very mean and nasty thoughts about the self. So what I wanted you to do is to try to be a friend. So I'm not going to ask you to stop thinking, because that's not possible. I just want you to understand that you are in control of the thinking. You are the witness, you are the landlord of what's happening over here. So you can choose which thoughts to underline and say, oh, this is interesting, let me see. Or you can say, oh, thank you for sharing, but no thank you. And at the same time, understand that your emotional being, if he's feeling in need of comfort, you can handle it by handling like the way you handle yourself as a toddler. Think of your inner child. And I'm talking about a picture of yourself as a 4-year-old. Think of any picture that you have when you were a 4, 5, 7-year-old child, and you fell from the bicycle, or you got stuck up in the tree and couldn't get down, because that happened to one of my kids. And how you talk to that child if you were the adult and you had this child on your care. And I know you will be very kind and compassionate. So I want you to practice being that kind, compassionate friend to yourself, okay, when you feel afraid. And think of it as a beautiful white canvas that you can paint all the colors you want, because that's what it is. The unknown is a white canvas that we can paint whatever we want in. But if you're not there yet, just be friends with yourself, okay? Say, wow, what is that thought coming from? Wow, thank you for sharing. But because I have done that, sometimes getting out of the house and something comes and it makes me unease, and the reason is it does that is because it's not vibrating at the same frequency that I have. So that's what it creates an disbalance and uneasiness. And so I question it, say, where this come from, you know and then I can pinpoint it and I say, okay, thank you for sharing, and let it go. So you're not going to stop thinking, but you want to cultivate being a good friend to yourself. Okay, when you're afraid of what's happening and how to handle the unknown, treat yourself as you would treat a child. So bring to your mind's eye a picture of you when you had 6 7 years old, and how how much love would you give that child, how much compassion and understanding if this child was afraid. Okay, just hold that child in your heart and be a friend. So be your best friend when you feel afraid of not knowing what's going to happen. Okay, so just hold yourself in your heart. And especially we are going through this beautiful Stargate. It started already yesterday, and it's a huge preparation to the summer summer equinox solstice. I don't know, but it felt very strong already last night. And when these gates open, it's very easy to shed layers too. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and start inquiring more about where these thoughts coming, you can start doing that and start letting go. Oh, I see you, I thank you, I bless you, and I let you go. Just let the thoughts go without judging. But most important today is, please make sure that you cultivate being your best friend. Okay, I hope that helps this very nice lady that asked me how to handle being afraid of the unknown. Because that's the first thing I do, is that how would I handle my best friend, or how would I handle a child. Okay, and you be that, because we are multidimensionals. We are so many beings in one, so we can just call in that best friend. Okay, and be that to the physicality that you have at this moment, and parent that child the way it needs to be parented. Okay, thank you so much for coming with an open heart and an open mind. Thank you for the likes and subscribes. Thank you for your questions. Again, you can email me questions at ixchelenergy@gmail.com. You can visit the website as well, and I will be happy to answer any of your questions. We are here to help and to support you, and so much to remind you. Okay, we are the angels. We are that spark of God. So nobody is outside of you that is more valuable than you. We all have that flame. Okay, so with that, I'll let you go and enjoy your weekend. Divine blessings. Namaste.